So, folks, welcome. We've got my man Douglas Lim in the house. He's live. And, well, hi, Jesse. Thanks for streaming in. We were just getting our streams up there. We're sharing it on our pages and all that good stuff. So, now that Douglas is sharing it on his page, we are live, locked, and loaded. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday, Douglas. Sudah makan kah?
Just had dinner. I rushed it because I was coming in for this.
Awesome, lah. I mean, so far this has been, you are now guest number 4 on my live stream, and so far it's been going well in this 1 week. And so
How do you grade that? Like that is going well. How do you?
you know why? Because I have learned all the kinks. So now idiot proof lah for live streaming.
Well done, man.
2 days ago, I had my live stream hijacked for 10 minutes. My guest was still online and I was missing in action on my feed. And thankfully, it was JJ. So thankfully, the man talks in his sleep, so he was able to entertain my viewers, lah. So
where did you go? What you just left?
Don't ask me, lah. Literally, what you're seeing now, I was not there.
Right, but did you know you were not there, or?
Yeah, I could see that my box was missing in action. I was not there, lah.
Okay, lah.
And but it was streaming, and the beauty of this being, just real time online, so it's
yeah. Yeah, I mean the whole thing about going live is just, back in the day. Well, I sound like a bloody old man, but like I would say maybe even as far as 10 years ago, 8 years ago, going live was a big deal. I mean, a lot of things were involved. I mean, and only very special people went live.
You are right.
And now we're trying to do that.
My events, clients, the whole buzzword of going live, and back then the easiest option was even YouTube, to be honest.
Oh, YouTube went live that long ago?
Oh yeah. Around there, I remember. The one event that I streamed real time between Hong Kong, London, Singapore from KL was YouTube. That was actually 6 years ago. So yes, yeah. 6 years ago. So about there, Yeah.
So, the whole. I mean, like back then, even now as well. You look at the production teams that cover a live event. The amount of equipment that they have is ridiculous, and we are trying to do this with one modem next door, Wi-Fi, and one camera there on my computer.
Correct. So I mean, things have come a long ways, lah. And look at us today. We're sitting at home, but in reality, we're basically showing it to the whole world, lah.
Yeah. I wish I had time to make it prettier, but I didn't. And,
who cares, man? What's important is, you are sitting at home, I'm sitting at home, and we are abiding to our MCO. Can't say the same for some of our fellow Malaysians.
No. You must understand that when VIPs have a different rules apply. From MCOs to repaying loans and everything. I don't know why this is surprising us at all. There's a different rules apply. Come on, Malaysians. I mean, grow up a bit.
And all it takes is a simple sorry to the media and to the police, and everything is hunky-dory.
I'm surprised they didn't use the misquoted because misquoted are out of context. Usually it's out of context. Where that's a standard, or the what about? The what about is better. So, you talk about me, but what about this fellow? What about people are in England, they are holidaying.
My goal is to reach an online streaming platform where I can touch 500 countries, lah, Douglas. I just want to be able to stream in 500 countries. If that achieves, I'm the man, lah.
I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, has he? Does anyone know? Has he defended himself? Has he defended? Has someone?
Yeah. The breaking news just came out, so I literally just received it.
Yeah. What happened?
So his story is, I misspoke. I meant 500 participants.
Yeah lah. I'm guessing that is it. I mean, that has to be it.
Yeah. But I mean, he's on fire, because in a few short weeks, he's already done the warm water. We have 15 states, and now there's 500 countries. What next, lah?
I think he should really look at his team. He needs to look at his team. People are not taking care of him. The VIPs these people. Ministers, I guess, are very. They need a lot of guidance. If not, some of them may get lost and they don't know what they're doing and they don't know what they're saying. And we saw this actually with even some very powerful people, last time, where they would say wrong things.
True.
Because the people are not guiding the people who are supposed to be there, meant to be there to like, look, don't say the wrong thing. I mean, look, we all know the kangkong joke was a joke.
Yep.
But it was said at a wrong time, at a wrong place, where you're at a market and people were actually feeling the price of things going up. So, not the best place to make that joke, lah.
And in this last 1 month, it's been just PR scandal after scandal. It's almost like, do they even have somebody just keeping an eye on the stuff that they say or the stuff that they're putting out there? So many different ministers with the different portfolios have this. It's just been, as usual, I tell you, you guys have your job so easy in Malaysia. You've got content galore every day you wake up, There's nothing to write.
Well, it's been better since the Sheraton move. It's been better. Because we were getting a bit annoyed actually with PH.
Okay.
Because they weren't giving us enough material. Few times already. No, a few times I spoke to Ken Ming. I said, "Hey, can you please, we cannot just rely on Anwar. Can you please, the rest of y'all, do your part and say stupid things or do stupid things, because we comedians are starving, and you look at America and they are thriving."
I mean, Trevor Noah is on fire every day, man.
You cannot. How to fight? How to fight? We got Mr. Orange Sugus who just shoots his mouth off. And the best part is the attitude and the and the arrogance. It's like I think he would be quite normal in Malaysia.
Right.
I think, as if he came to Malaysia and did this thing, Malaysians would be like, "Oh yeah, correct lah. Leaders do that, what? Leaders, you go there, you talk nonsense, and you belittle people. This whole, who are you? Who are you?" Which when you see an American do it, you're like, you cannot do that. You cannot go on stage and be all like, "I'm a Pharaoh, or I'm a Pharaoh, or I'm a king," and like, who are you? Whereas in Malaysia, that's normal.
Well, I mean, we are so used to it, which is why whatever the Americans are now aghast, for us is like, hey, it's just a day in the life of a Malaysian.
Yeah.
How are you handling MCO? You just sitting at home and writing new material or what?
Yeah. It's actually been all right, because for me, it was just been a change in location. I usually do my writing, my thinking at my friend's shisha place. So I go there. His place is perfect for me because
I know where. I've seen you there before.
In Publica.
Yes, I go there a lot too.
I got two places, one in Publica, one in Ampang.
Okay.
So as long as you have shisha, aircon, Wi-Fi, toilet, plug point, I'm pretty much sorted. So I can't do that anymore, and so I basically do a lot of my writings back home. So I can't smoke a shisha here, obviously. So, but
Douglas, I didn't know you were that hardcore. I just got my own bong at home.
Oh, excellent!
I got a whole kit. I'll hook you up later. I mean, it's actually pretty damn legit, and I've got icy blueberry mint and sugus now on tap.
Well done.
Yeah,
good for you. Yeah, but no, I think no, because I can't smoke at home anyway. It's And so, and I guess it gives my lungs a break. So I'm as we give the world a break. So my lungs, although my liver is taking over lah, because I'm drinking a lot more.
But I've actually had a chance where this is actually amazing, because in one day, like the other day, I managed to kick out 5 meetings just sitting at my desk, and the amount of downtime you save versus getting in your car, driving around and parking and
I mean, I used to hate conference calls,
right,
and also because a lot of the times for me to go when I attend meetings, for me to get my idea across, or for me to get them to listen to me and to agree to me, I kind of need to go there and do a show.
Right.
So like, there's wham bam, and they're like, "Douglas, great idea, excellent, thank you, sign here." I leave. So I feel like I need to be there, because if I give them too much time to think, they'll be like, "Okay, this idea is actually quite flimsy."
Understand. All right, so I've been waiting to find the right time to get you on my show. Because I don't know if you know, I've had Jason Leong, Kevin J, Prakash, Joanne Kam,
Oh,
all the comedians.
all the comics.
But before this, I was doing it. So wait, Jason Leong and and Kevin J sat in my so-called studio
Uh-huh.
exactly a year ago when I kicked off the show. And
Okay.
Prakash was the first of my edition two, which was in a car. So I was driving around and interviewing people, and Prakash was the first one. And then, I had Puppy Zach as well. And of course, Joanne Kam was the last one. And so you
You
get
had Puppy Zack in your car.
it was a pickup truck then. I had a Hilux,
Ah,
so it was the
okay.
perfect one. That's why I sold it after that.
Right, yeah. Can I use the suspension all rosak
Truck's all gone already. Couldn't go off-roading anymore. Sorry, Papi. It's all love, brother. So you get to be my first comic on my live stream. So look at that. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, we've got a question. What do you think about Malaysians doing work from home? Adrian.
I always, as long as Malaysians are working, I think very highly of them.
So Adrian, make sure you work from home, huh? Douglas says as long as you're working, very noble of you.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a big fan of Malaysians working and Malaysians paying tax. 'Cause
yeah.
I actually was told that apparently 10% of us pay tax.
Well, there you go. And I'm
Yeah.
one of the 10%, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
and that is very bad, because if I am paying, so should you.
Yep.
If you
Yep.
if you fall in the bracket. So I
Yep.
mean,
I'm with you, man.
yeah.
So let's talk about
Berat sama dipikul, tax sama dibayar. You know what I'm saying?
actually, I'm quite impressed. I've seen you do so much content in Malay recently, and it wasn't like that like maybe a decade ago.
Oh no, it wasn't like that a year ago. I've only started doing a lot more Malay content because of the market that I think I wanna go into. Because I've always had this thought in my head that I can't really call myself a Malaysian entertainer if I've not entertained at least 60 to 70% of Malaysians. And well, 60 to 70% of Malaysians don't really understand or appreciate English.
True.
So, but do they appreciate entertainment? Yes. The style is a bit different. The language is different. But I think I'm trying it out. And
Yeah.
right now I've got almost a nothing to lose sort of attitude,
Yeah.
because to those who enjoy my comedy in English, I still do that. So that's not changed.
Yeah.
And they don't watch my Malay stuff anyway. So
Yeah.
whereas my Malay comedy is more for to hopefully get some Malay audiences to tune in to watch and go, oh, okay, look, this guy's there's got some comedy there.
So, question: did you always had bahasa? Like, I mean, was your bahasa always that fluent?
It was more fluent. It's my second language, lor. So my first language is English. Whereas Malay was the one I learned the most in school and stuff like that. I had Malay friends, obviously. So people who in the industry with me.
Yeah.
So that was it's Malay, and then it's better than my Chinese, definitely.
Story of our lives,
Much better than my Chinese. So
Yeah. Okay.
it's okay, and I think it's a fun language, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a chance to watch, and I'm like, when did this champ suddenly kind of like start doing a whole lot more Malay? And the funny thing is like, oh, this guy is actually spot on. So I almost thought like, is he like undercover brother? This suddenly came out from nowhere, because as long as I've had the chance to work with you and even have you at my events and all that, it's only been English. I mean, you throw in the occasional Malay joke lah, but now it's like suddenly full blown. You got material ready to go, like for the entire demographics.
I've been writing. I've been listening. I've been spending time with the Malay comedians, watching them, because what happened was they've got me. The Astro had me as one of the judges for Maharaja Lawak Mega.
Oh, wow.
Last year or 2 years ago, yeah. So I had a chance to kind of see and try and study what it was that made a lot of the Malay speaking audience laugh.
Right.
What intrigued them, what they didn't like, and also, I mean, yeah, I agree with some of it. I disagree with some, but I figured I'm not in a position to lose anything. So why not just try it?
Interesting. So let's get to know you a little better, because one of the beauty of what I've been doing is I've actually had a chance to just talk to everyone and tell their story, because I mean everybody knows Douglas Lim, right? Or who really knows the backstory? So the idea is like, let's see what we can dig out of you in the short amount of time that we have. But where did you grow up? Huh? Are you a PJ or KL boy?
I grew up all over the place actually. Wait, let me just fix my light.
I think the lampu
Is that
tak
better?
apa lah.
Is that better? Is that
No need light, lah, dude. You're not exactly.
need. Although it's shining like here.
Yeah. Now you look like you're doing Biora advertisement or something. Yeah, over two homes.
I grew up all over the place because my dad was in the Air Force, so I was soldier's kid lah. So I was born in KL, but then I followed my dad as he got posted here and there, Kuantan, Kuching. Then I think when I was 4, we settled back in KL in Cheras.
Right.
My dad was going up still. He was still Butterworth, Kuantan, Kuching, all that. And then I was Cheras all the way until I got married. Then I moved to Ampang.
Interesting. So where did you go to school then? Like, I mean,
primary or secondary?
Well, I guess let's talk about primary then.
Primary was it's not there anymore in Pudu. It's called Sekolah Rendah Kebangsaan Jalan Pasar 1.
Oh wow! What, they knocked it down or what?
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Yeah, they did. It's not there anymore. I don't know what they did, but it's not there. It's not a shopping mall, I don't think. So it didn't get BBGS lah, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, that one went to Cheras or something.
That one went. Yeah, that one went to
It changed name as well.
Yeah, it went to Sri Bintang.
Correct.
It came Sri Bintang and it went to whatever lah. Yeah, Cheras, that side.
Cheras.
So my school, it was, and back then it was one of the rough schools lah. I mean, like the people there were like proper Jalan Pasar, you know, like electrician son, electrical shop son, boys school, you know, fishmonger son, and meat, you know, like butcher son, and there was one pilot son. There were a couple of cops children, army children. It was a bit of a rough school, but you know, it was an okay school. It was fun. I remember.
Quintessential Malaysian school, you know.
Pretty much, yes. Actually, yes. And there, as far as I can tell, I don't remember segregation being an issue.
No. Yeah.
I may have lost the memory. I'm not sure, but I don't recall. My 3 closest friends in primary school who were like of Indian heritage. Ravin Raj, he's like a lawyer now. S. Saravanan, he's everything. I don't know what the hell Saravanan is. And there was a Ganesha, he's in Boston. So there was SRK. Then my Malay was Sheikh Muhammad Farouk, and then there was Faisal, and then there was Iskandar. This guy could run like a horse. And then my Chinese friend like Chu Sheng Kiat, Andrew Mark, Alfred Kam.
That's a name. Is he related to our Joanne or what?
No. I don't think so. Although his mouth's filthy also. Filthy ass mouth, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all any comes are like that, all they do.
Yeah. So I don't remember segregation that much then. And then even when I went to VI after that.
Your secondary was VI.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I went to VI. But VI like stopped over in Lokman. Because I didn't qualify straight. So it was like after UPSR, and then I went to Lokman first. Right. And then we went to VI. So yeah, even in VI also, I don't recall. I mean, there were the Indian gangsters lah, the black mafia as they used to call them. There's Indian dudes just sat around the keropok stand. And then the football kids who were mostly Malay.
Right.
But I'm saying I don't think there was that much. It's only when I went to Maktab Perguruan Ilmu Khas, Teachers Training College in Bandar Tun Razak, when I remember being introduced to the segregation of race and religion.
The way it is today, lah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I grew up the same way you did. I went to Methodist primary school. I went to La Salle after that. We never knew race. We just saw everyone as, my best friends were Malay boys, Indian boys, Chinese boys. I mean, like we didn't even think along the lines of race. We just looked at it as like, you like basketball? Okay, you're my gang. You like football? You go and play there. I mean, we were segregated based on kind of like what we liked. And of course, the
Yeah.
naughty boys, the good boys. So it's kind of interesting how things have taken a real turn in the last 20 odd years. Anyways,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
went to
No,
teaching college.
again.
Sorry, you went to teaching college.
Yeah. My degree is in the teaching of English as a second language.
Jeez Louise. Wow.
Yeah. but look, hey, it doesn't mean anything. Just because you have a degree or a doctorate doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
You can still utter absolute nonsense and be called out for it. So
Well, case in point, didn't you see the recent the English test that was given out and the corrections that were made?
which one is that?
Are you kidding me? The one that was all over the internet about a month and a half ago or 2 months ago.
I don't know lah.
This 9-year-old kid, like, I mean, this stand-in trainee teacher corrected her when there was nothing to correct, and her
Oh.
corrections was next level. Oh, it
Bad.
blew up.
It was worse.
It was all over the internet.
In Malaysia or in Singapore?
Are you kidding? Obviously in Malaysia,
Oh,
lah.
Malaysia. Oh, damn.
Ah.
Damn.
Oh, it was next level. I mean, it will make your teaching toes curl, Yeah, it was. I mean, it's very sad, because I remember my teachers, and I'm sure your teachers. I mean, back then they were still the true bastions of the language,
Well, let me say, okay, when I was doing my practicum, which basically when I was before I become a full-fledged teacher, so you go in and you do you become what, guru sampingan, what, the trainee teacher.
Right.
Yeah, so I remember I won't say what school,
Right.
because I don't wanna. But we had a penolong kanan, this lady who was so ching-chong. I remember doing one perhimpunan, one assembly, and she was giving a speech. She was scolding all these girls. She was like, you don't behave, because every time go at the kelaki, okay? This is not is good. This is very bad. I catch you at the kelaki, then I'll tell your parents, okay? No more. No, I don't want to see anybody at the kelaki. And I was like, what the hell is this kelaki, right? Turns out it was Kentucky.
Oh my gosh.
A teacher, penolong kanan.
Right. So after you went to teaching college, then what did you do after that?
After that, I came back. So it was 2 years matriculation, 2 years Bachelor of Education here, 1 year in the UK, 1 year back, final year back, 6 years lah. So basically can be doctor lah. 6 years, and then after that, it was they wanted to post me. So I checked on the posting, and they were going to post me in Pahang, this place called Muazzam Shah. So I checked it out. This was back in 2003, I think.
Okay.
So I checked it out. I didn't think I would do well there, or I'd fit in. I think I would. So I said, can I change? And then at the same time, I was already doing kopitiam then, so I already had like offers to continue acting, or to rejoin acting.
Right.
And so I said, is it possible for me to just kind of remain in KL? They were like, no. We only have that policy for women teachers who want to follow their husbands.
Right.
So there was no chance for me, and so I didn't teach.
Wait, so how did you even get into kopitiam? Like, okay, so you were doing a teaching degree and whatnot. When at which point in your life did it start in school? Like, when did you become a bit of a talent?
Right after SPM, I auditioned for a theatre production called Savages.
Right.
That was I think one of Actor Studio's earliest productions. They're talking about Joe and Farida.
Okay.
So I auditioned. So as a chorus lah, ensemble lah. Go there, no lines, just do some movements as a Brazilian Indian, a tribal Indian in called Savages. And then the creator of Kopitiam came back from UK.
Okay.
He was looking for actors, and he asked Joe Hasham, do you have anyone to recommend?
Right.
And I was part of that list.
Right.
I was the youngest in that group, and so I was third choice to play Steven the stylist. Eventually, the first choice looked too old when he joined the rest of the cast.
Okay.
The look of the cast, the original Steven was too old, so okay, not him. Second choice, Steven, when it was time to shoot the pilot, I think he had to go
Right.
to the US for his sister's wedding or something like that.
Right.
So it went down to third choice, Steven, and everybody was not convinced because I was an 18-year-old with no experience.
Oh wow.
You know, having to be part of a sitcom and like kira principal role lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but the director was like, no, he did the lines. He came for the audition. He did the lines. We go with him, and I got the part. And then so that's how I got into Kopitiam when I was 18, 19. And so I was doing Kopitiam while studying.
Right. Right.
Now, then you may say, how can?
Yeah.
Can, because I'm not sure why lah. But at that time, after SPM, to go into Teachers Training College for my course, Teaching of English as a Second Language, there was 2 years of matriculation.
Right.
2 years of matriculation, which was basically 1119. So if you had already done 1119 in Form 5, you pretty much could coast through matriculation.
Right.
Which is, so we were allowed, those who took 1119, we were given special leeway to like, all right, you can just don't mess up the exam lah.
Right.
You're allowed to, because matriculation was kind of like you're just preparing for the real thing, I guess.
Right.
And once Bachelor of Education started, I didn't know more lah. Then I had to pretty much concentrate.
Right. Interesting. So, at which point did you pivot into comedy? When did that happen?
Kopitiam was the first time. Also, before that, I was a singer-songwriter. I thought I was Mozart incarnate. So I thought I was like this, like, oh my God, I'm music, and I'm tortured, and the music is coming out, and I'm gonna, I paint emotions with words. That sort of, like absolute wanker, right? So that was me writing all those, lyrics. And singing and then and not getting very fast.
Right.
I wasn't better than average. So that dawned on me very quickly. I did one album out with Chelsea. That didn't do well. We got the theme song for Kopitiam, but that's because I was acting in it. So after that, I thought, okay, I think I'm not going anywhere with this. So I switched I focused more on comedy, and that seemed to take me places and get me the attention that I wanted. So continued with comedy.
Do you remember when you did your first like a stand-up kind of a gig? When was that?
Okay, the first time I attempted stand-up was at something called Comedy Pest, which Hans Isaac's production house at the time was called All the Productions. Elaine Daly and Hans kind of got me to host the stand-up lineup show. That time we had Harith, Jit Murad, Indy Allen, Harith, Aflin Shauki. I think Patrick Teo came in once or twice. So it was that generation.
Right.
And so I would just open. And that's the first time. And I was Actor Studio Bangsa. Really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, this is great. Yeah. That was the first time my first corporate show, in a sense, was I think in either our first or our second year of Formula One.
Okay.
The one that was raining one, the year that it rained, and I think there was a big accident. I think maybe first year, because Alex Yoon got 7th, I think, because like 75% of the cars were wiped out in the beginning.
Right.
Major rain, I think, and our Malaysian driver got 7th or something like that lah. And so they were having a Formula One party at Beach Club. You remember? Okay. Where there's a shark. Beach Club is a shark.
Yeah.
In an aquarium, like swimming back and forth. And it was horrible because you can't. Even now, you ask me to do now stand-up comedy in a place like Beach Club or Thai Club or even Zouk. I'm like, forget it. Like you cannot do it now. But I didn't know better then. I went there and did it and got and like just died.
Huh. Interesting. So like, I mean, how did you know that that was just a natural progression? Like, I mean, yeah, you did Kopitiam, but that's a sitcom, and then you've already dabbled in like writing music or singing or whatever. But how did the comedy thing come about? Like, did people just say, "Hey, Douglas, you're damn funny, lah, go do"? I mean, like, how did that I don't
No,
know.
I watched Harith. I watched back then it was Eddie Murphy.
Right.
Then I had a CD of Billy Connolly. I remember, and so I like the art form, and I really enjoy. I could see myself doing it in my head,
Mm.
and then I tasted it at Comedy Fest, and I was like, yes.
Mm.
Then of course I did very badly in Beach Club, but it wasn't that I knew. I don't think. I think I kind of knew I was into showbiz from very young because I remember this story. I keep telling the story. When I was a kid, and it was told to me by my parents. Most kids, we're in an Air Force base.
Yeah.
So Air Force base military. So most kids want to be soldiers or pilots like their fathers.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was the only idiot who ran around saying I wanted to be a clown, which probably makes sense because maybe as a kid that was that was what comedy was to me.
Okay.
The
Okay.
clown,
Right.
the idiot, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So I wanted to be that guy because I watched, I was brought to the circus. I saw things when the clown came out. I was like, oh, this is great. This is so funny, right?
Right.
And so maybe I kind of knew I wanted to do showbiz, or I was, I gravitated towards showbiz, with the comedy as the main genre. I think
Okay.
so. I have no idea. But after, so when you're in television and after that, then when jobs don't come, what happens? You see.
Yeah.
So you're just like there. So what do we do? So then I started, I included songwriting. So you hire me, I can write songs for your TV show as well, blah, blah, blah. And then so sometimes I'll get scripts and I'll be like, this script is rubbish, it's horrible, the jokes are not landing. And they'll be like, you're so clever, you write lah. Okay, I write. So then I started writing. And then from there, I got into MCing work. So it was humorous MC.
Right. Right.
As opposed to the Mate Lokman,
No. No. Of
serious
course.
MC.
Of course.
So from humorous MC, then people said, do you do stand-up?
Right.
And so the money would be the same as MC work, except that you work 25 to 30 minutes as stand-up as opposed to 6 hours as an MC, or 4 hours, 6 hours, whatever,
Right.
So that I was like, yeah, I do stand-up. and just took it and ran with it lah.
So now, how long have you been actively, professionally doing stand-up? 15 years?
Nah, probably 11, 12.
Oh, that's all.
I'm not that, I've been in comedy for a long time, but not stand-up.
Right. And which means when you kicked off even MECC, you were still in your early years of
Yes.
like,
Yeah, I think MACC started after about 1 or 2 years after doing like properly.
Yeah, it has to be, because if you say you've been doing it for about 11 odd years, you guys just celebrated your 10th anniversary.
10th anniversary, yeah, last year, yeah. So
Yeah.
12 years, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, so wow, that's pretty interesting. Huh? I mean, So like, who are the? I mean, you mentioned Eddie Murphy. You mentioned who's the other guy? You said you had a CD. Connolly, right?
Connolly.
Obviously, that's what guys you grew up on, or you kind of like.
Those were the few things I had access to.
Okay. So who else has, I guess, has inspired you thus?
Inspired? I watch quite a lot of Chris Rock.
Oh, of course.
I like Chris Rock. I mean, Chappelle's new stuff on Netflix is genius.
Yes.
That's really good.
Well, with that kind of money, I would be a genius too. You know his deal, right?
What do you mean?
You go check out his deal. How much he was paid for that?
Oh, damn. Whatever. Oh. Hey. But if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Well, that's true. But he's one of the most highest paid comedians for Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as I said lah, whatever lah. But the show is amazing, and it's production quality, okay lah, very good lah. But he didn't have trapeze artists coming down or it was his jokes and crafting it.
Yeah.
And leading you on to this incredible journey, and it's very good. I really enjoy it. And so, but I also like the cheekiness of like Michael McIntyre.
Okay.
He's very, very, very playful, very cheeky comedian. Louis C.K., for all his personal faults, is an amazing joke writer and performer. Okay. I greatly admire his craft and his performance. Of course, before that, I mean, like Seinfeld as well. Seinfeld was like kind of again very, very, very cheeky stuff. What's going on? Carlin was biting. George Carlin was very biting always. I guess there's no really one. I don't know if there's one type of comedy. So like
Yeah.
you can't. I enjoy deadpan comedy when it's done
Yeah.
well. I enjoy physical comedy when it's
Yep.
done well.
Yep.
I enjoy surreal comedy
Yep.
when it, and sometimes, and some of them do it so well. I mean, Dimitri Martin does it does it so well. The absurdist comedy, you know. So comedy lah. I mean, if it's funny, I'll watch it lah.
Yeah. There's a question here. Your talk show Seminggu Sekali, is it available on YouTube?
I don't think so lah. It's an Astro thing.
Ah.
It's an Astro show, kind of like Mock the Week.
Yeah. Hi, Sokfan. The lady asking, or the girl asking, is actually now living in America, I think. Are you in America now or in the Middle East? I've lost track. She's moved around. So, anyways, we went to college together, and she's asking. See, you got fans of you all the way in America also tuning in. Okay, don't play.
Oh damn! You know what's so sad about America? It's exactly a year ago I was in New York.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
I was in New York, and you know, I was at Times Square, and my picture, my photo, me and Gavin, our photo came up on Times Square at the NASDAQ building.
That's right.
For our theater production, and we were there.
Posted it. Yeah, I remember. I was like, damn. I'm like, yeah.
And we were there, and we were taking pictures, and the crowd,
yeah,
was just insane. And then you watch it now,
yeah,
and it's heartbreaking.
It's a different vibe. I mean, the extreme vibes. And you were just there so recently, right? So look at it. It's like just from. I mean, the last I was in New York was a long time ago, 15 years to be exact now. Right. But I mean, the vibe has not changed. So I mean, for you to only have been there a year ago, I mean, I can only imagine, man. Yeah.
It's watching the streets now. I'm like, there was no way.
Yeah.
There was no way you could imagine. I mean, like, you know, I mean, if you want to do a zombie film and you need New York empty, the amount of police presence you needed to do that would be insane.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But now it's paralyzed.
So coming to the local scene, like, I mean, who are the comedians that, can I even say, influenced you?
No, well, I don't know if my style has anything that resembles any local comedians. But again, I'm not anything terribly unique. I'm a very basic observational comedian.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of us do observational a lot of us do observational comedy. So
yeah.
So it's quite basic. But you know, I watched Harith when I was growing up, and he's more anecdotal.
Yeah.
And then you know, I watch a lot of Indian Allen.
Of course,
they were crazy sketch, like political satires, and then there was an Instant Cafe. Again with all the parody songs, all the parodies and all the the absurd game shows.
Yeah.
So I think I just really enjoyed watching it, and I wanted to be able to affect people that way.
Yeah.
And so I just do whatever I thought would be funny. Yeah,
it's crazy, right? When you look at the comedy scene in Malaysia today, because I mean, I've watched it grow. I mean, like, so yeah, you had the greats like back in the day. I think Instant Cafe Theatre and Actors Studios were probably the initial stages of what it is today. And now you've got, all these, comedy clubs everywhere. And it's like suddenly like, how in the world did Malaysia's comedy scene just explode?
Yeah, well, I think I saw it kind of explode. I think I was witness to it. I wasn't part of it.
Right.
Yeah, when basically the YCOM, when they were doing what they were doing, like Punchi Ho, Kwajen Han, I think it was Kavin, it was Andrew, it was, who else was part of that crazy group? The Papi.
Yeah.
That group, and when they started doing, shows for 2 people, 3 people, and then next thing you know, they're doing to 80, 90 people at Little Havana, and then like 200 people, and they're gonna move to Velvet Underground. I mean, I saw it happen.
Yeah.
From like literally from no one knowing who they are, going up there and disturbing guests in restaurants.
Yeah.
With their comedy.
Yeah.
to being endorsed by Time Out magazine to
Yeah.
do monthly shows at
Yeah.
Zouk. So I witnessed it. I saw it.
Interesting, because it's funny you say that, because a memory of that comes back to me. So in October, well, it was the last quarter of 2006. There was a place called Bon Martini Bar in Avenue K, and Ellen and Indy's management team, Billy Benedict and Pam, they ran a comedy thing that was every week. It was a weekly thing with a weekly judging session, and then the finalists met in the final. So I was the MC for the entire session. So I literally witnessed all these boys meet in the finals. I saw their careers begin. So the winner was, I stand corrected now, but I know the top three was Jenhan, Papizak, and Neto. And I think Kavin was in fourth place. And if I'm not wrong, Kwa Jenhan was the overall winner with
I
Neto.
think so. I think you're right. I think I've heard this story from Jenhan before.
Yeah, so I literally was there when I watched him do the whole Lalamui with Bob,
The hair color one.
the hair color one,
Yeah,
and I mean, and the thing is, I remember watching them and this is even before YCOM, you know. I think they started off YCOM the next year.
right.
Yeah, and the thing is, Neto had already been dabbling in comedy. I think under Harit's wing or something like that. But Kavin at that point of time was still doing, like, he was an engineer or something like that, you know.
Yeah,
He was still working, you know.
yeah.
And Kwajanan was just a young punk, and he just
Just
came
out of
in and
school, I
did.
think, just out of college,
Yeah,
right?
and I watched it happen, and now I've just observed them just do their thing, and I'm going like, wow, what a journey, you know, because you had Monty was one of the judges, Ellen and Indy were the judges, and all of that. But yeah, I think it was in October when they were crowned after like an 8-week run. But yeah,
Yeah. So I witnessed it because I was there and I was watching this and you know, I probably should have tried to promote or help more, but I didn't. But in spite of my inaction, they've managed to ignite the comedy scene and bring it up. And then of course Rizal is also a big mover in this because
huge.
yeah, because of his comedy club and how he's pushed even like Malay stand up. You know, and he's always there pushing them. And then of course, then I think I would say Astro also had something to do with it by doing lawak solo, gegar lawak, where more of the stand up type comedians were allowed to go out there. So we're still lagging behind Indonesia a lot in terms of Malay stand up.
Okay.
But I think our English stand up is pretty decent for our local English stand up, I would say. I think we're better than Singapore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, go ahead. Say what you want to say, man.
I don't know. I mean, I think we are. But you know, but I don't think. Yeah, I think we are ahead in terms of the other ASEAN countries in terms of locals doing English stand up. I think.
Right. So now I'm going to put you in a bit of the hot seat, you know. So with all the guys plying their trade, I mean, right now Malaysia is just flush with comedians. Like, I mean, there's literally 30 guys, I think, or 40 guys just doing the circuit. Yeah,
it's
like
still not that much, you know. I mean, Jiggee, I mean, you talk about against singers, dancers, and you know, stuff like that. It was very small. 30, 40 people servicing the entire country is very small. It's in our favor.
But comedy is still in its infancy in Malaysia because for artists, for singers, for musicians, I mean, we date back to P. Ramlee before that. So
yeah, of course.
So that makes sense that that's in the thousands. But comedians, in reality, just like you, we grew up only on instant cafe theater and like Comedy Court and all that. But boom, in this last decade, it's just gone through the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put you in the hot seat, because I think I did that with Kavin, and it was hilarious because I made him roast the others. But so who do you find really funny right now with the younger boys? I mean, let's not talk about the older grades, but
okay.
okay. I mean, MSCC has kind of disbanded, right? Or not really?
Yeah, we've taken a break. Yeah,
taking a break, but not disbanded, right?
well, Yeah, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. We're not. I mean, we still see each other.
No, I know, because people don't want to believe that was really your finale tour, you know.
Oh no, but we're definitely not. We're definitely not doing shows together for at least a considerable amount of time. It's not. It's not fake. It's not bluff.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, I'm not saying it was fake, but I don't think people are ready for y'all to call it quits, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of a lot of people. But anyways, we'll get to that. So yeah, who would you say right now is really king of funny, you know?
I'm a fan of Mat Sabah.
Okay.
Mat Sabah's Malay comedy is pretty damn good.
I just came across him because of an article I read. Rizal shared the article.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is this fella? So I had to quickly go and look him up. And I was like, wow, this guy is legit, wait.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I like his comedy.
Yeah.
In terms of English comedy, is it like stand-up comedy in English?
Yeah. I mean, anyone. I mean, let's see what your point of view is here. This one is almost being politically correct in your scene, right?
No, it's not being political. It's being humbly accurate.
There we go.
How do I be accurate and honest but humble at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, because you've been doing this for what, 20 years since you started acting at 18?
Yeah lah. So over 20, I'm 43 already, so 25 years lah.
Oh, you're a young punk lah. You're only 43, dude.
I'm only 40.
Oh wow, 77, eh?
Yeah.
So
I think I actually saw. I think I saw you attempt stand up right after your ice cream show.
No lah. The only time oh wait, were you there when Matthew George saved my ass?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was at Actor Studio Bangsa.
No. This was a place called Karma in Hartamas.
Oh no, I think it was Actor Studio Bangsa.
I've never done
and I think you came on. You had like a yellow outfit, if I'm not mistaken.
I've never done Actor Studio. Never.
All right. Okay, maybe my mistake. Basically, it was after your ice cream show.
Right. I know. I actually did Actor Studio with Ellen and Indy. I played the role of Myrtle's son, John Boy.
Okay.
So it was a one-off play for DG. So they did a custom thing from Myrtle and Turvey, and I was John Boy lah. So I used to go to Ellen's house and rehearse my lines and
right. Palpitations.
Yeah. These boys have been quiet for a bit now, but yeah, I mean, so that was 2000.
No, hey, Ellen is prolific as hell, man. He's been coming up. He's churning out like songs. He's been churning out. What do you call that? Parody songs. For this COVID season. Yeah, but okay, so I'm not gonna wheedle out of the question.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm gonna champion the three comics I know best and the three comics I work closely with.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna recommend a show, it would be definitely Jason Chiho Jenhan.
Right.
First off the top of my list immediately, I would say.
Man, so politically correct lah. This fella, I tell you. Champion lah.
Yeah, I think it's watch their shows. Their first run, because usually their first run they do it by themselves.
Yeah,
and then they ask me for feedback, and then watch the second run where it's much better. After my feedback,
I've never actually seen all of y'all together. I mean, I've hired everyone independently.
You've never watched MECC, Chilaka?
Ironically, no, you know. I believe it or not, which is why I was bummed that I missed it even after 10 years. I've hired all of y'all independently. Every one of you have performed on my stages, but I've never hired y'all as even as a duo.
No, you can't also lah. You can't also. Most companies cannot afford to pay.
That is true.
And how long you want your company comedy show to be? Like
that's true. That's true. Yeah. So I mean, the last time we had such things, it was literally Comedy Court. When you had two comedians on stage doing their thing, you know,
and at the same time, Comedy Court.
Correct.
With us, it's one by one. So four of us, each one do 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's almost like a round robin of comedy, right? Like,
yeah. Sushi belt.
So besides your MXCC boys, siapa lagi?
Rizal, definitely, I would say. Go watch Rizal.
Of course. Okay lah. Let's not put you too much more in the hot seat. So what else are you working on now? Like, I mean, so I see you. I mean, you're churning out content. I think the most recent one was you and Waze, right?
There was one more after that where I was I was Jabatan movie Jamu.
Oh, I think I
Yeah.
missed that one because the Waze one was
Yeah.
hilarious, and I think, I mean,
The
it's
ways the
yeah. So I mean, what you're doing this on your own now? I mean, obviously, I think you're producing a lot of this content on your own. But
yeah, I got a little tripod here where I put my camera.
are
I
you
shoot
using
a
a
lot.
GoPro?
No, I'm not. I'll show you what I'm using. Hold on.
Yeah. All right. All right, folks. We're getting a behind the scene. Thankfully, he's wearing pants. Unlike I think Jason Leong was wearing boxers when he did his cheap budget show.
Using this. It's an Osmo Pocket.
Of course, I have that as well.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
All
you
right.
shoot
Yeah.
with that, huh?
Yeah. So I shoot with that. I mean, why I use this is because I shoot mostly on my own, and this one has like face lock,
Of course.
so
So
I
it
can put
follows
it
you.
there, and then it follows me.
Yeah.
Because yeah, there's no one to do it for me, and and I use this mic usually for audio.
Right.
The ATR. I got my lights and stuff like that here, and here. Got my green screen. I bring it in. It's a big cloth that goes
Yeah.
behind here
Yeah.
and covers down, so that I can have my various scenarios.
So, I mean, do you see yourself doing this for the long haul? I mean, are you working on other things as well? Like, what else is in the mind of Douglas Lim, lah? You know, like.
Well, definitely Malay comedy,
Okay.
or yeah, Malay content. I think what I want to do. I can't reveal my full plan yet because
Sure.
I don't want to reveal. I don't want to reveal the plan, and then there's a sort of Sheraton move on me, and then it all goes to shit, right? So I don't want. I'm still keeping that. And if it doesn't work, I can say no. I never had the plan, you know.
Right. No, of course.
But definitely is to just churn out as many characters as I can.
Okay.
So right now, like two of my characters, I think that have gone that have gotten as acceptance is Keep It Real. Keep It Real is one of my characters. He's basically this rumpet character who just goes around like shitting on people, like verbally. Like he's the guy on the internet where no matter what you do, no matter what you post,
Yeah.
he's the guy that will go like, tak ya, So like even if you're posting, even if you post of you just reading a book, he'll be like, tak ya, tunjuk pandai baca. And or like if you're helping if you're in a PPE and you're like giving food out to the tak ya, tunjuk, like
Right.
like this dickhead who goes around just going tak ya with this sengal voice, tak ya. And so he appears in a lot of my sketches.
Okay.
Especially in this sketch, Ado FM, where he
Okay.
calls up and just to play tricks on the DJ. I think the video that did well was he called up the radio station Ado FM, and so I played both guys. So I'm DJ Halim, which is Lim is me as well, and Keep It Real is the caller. And Keep It Real is asking for like lagu duit talak gay, and DJ Fami and DJ Halim is like, what song is that? And he was like, duit talak gay yang ada Fami tu. And so DJ Halim said, lagu yang ada Fami, there is no such song. And so they keep it goes, no wait. So he plays it on his handphone, and it's basically Dance Monkey, because it's like dance for me, oh. You see, move for me. And when you're done, I'll make you do it talak gay.
Oh my goodness.
So that one basically brought Keep It Real, to the forefront. And so I've got that one. I've got that character that I can use. The other character is this origami teacher called Miss Lipatan.
Okay.
Chinese for lipatan. So she's lipatan, and so like she got into origami when her husband got into polygamy. And she makes this really bad. She's horrible. Like she would, like, my first video was basically just like, let me show you. Like she would take a paper and like, just okay, hari ni kita belajar. Hari ni kita belajar macam mana buat bola, right? Bola. Okay, tengok betul-betul. Bola.
Origami, yeah.
It's just shit like that, and she's gotten quite popular, Miss Lipatan.
Okay.
But I'm having trouble like doing acting that again because I can't go to a costume shop to get the kimono because of the
Mm.
lockdown. Yeah, I got this old singer, old Chinese singer, Mr. Thunder Kiet, and he's basically the singer for all these hits that we used to know, Tau Fu Fa, Tau Chong Soi,
Right.
yeah, old newspaper,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so he was a singer for all of those.
You know, I mean, there's one joke of yours that just stuck in my head now. When I got you on my stage for OCBC Vegas night in 2008 in Sunway Convention Center. Okay, you obviously have done too many gigs, but it's when you did that whole joke on saya bukan abu lah, something about the fireman stuck in the fire or something, wearing the
Oh, right.
you know they wear the orange camo, right? Like
Yeah.
you were like, what's the point of you trying to blend with the fire? Because when someone's asking for help, it's like saya api lah, saya abu or saya api.
Yeah. Like, where's the fireman? Aku sini lah.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
you know, I was at the side until today. I'm like, man. And so 2008, it would have been literally, my God, it would have been one of your earlier years.
Yeah.
But you were so, I mean, like, I couldn't have told that you was, I mean, not someone who had already been doing it for a long time, you know?
Well, I think to my advantage, I was, used to crowds. I was used to being in front of a big group of people because, like, I was in TV and stuff like that. So we do meet people, and you're not
Right.
you're not self-conscious. I already kind of knew, and I had that name that people kind of knew who I was, so they give me a bit more leeway, a bit more chance to speak to them, talk to them.
And I think your earliest, even until today, I think like one of the things that was your selling point was the fact that you did parodies, right? Like you used to wrap up your sets with a parody.
Yeah. I used to do that usually at the beginning. I wrap up my sets in my public shows.
Correct.
At the end of you pay a ticket and you watch me, and at the end of the show, I do a
song. Corporate gigs, I've seen you do it at my events as well. Like
yeah, but usually in the beginning. To soft intro.
Understand. So like so you obviously can do singing. Have you done stuff like the Istana Budaya plays and all that? I mean, I should know this, but
yeah, a lot of musicals in Istana Budaya. Actually, I've almost done one show a year for the last 10 years, I think.
So you're quite diversified that way. It looks like you're covering a little of everything. Like you do the
yeah, I mean, you get called to do Istana Budaya, you take it lah. It's not something that happens every time, but it's been happening to me quite a while. I think it took me forever to break into Istana Budaya, and then once I got there, I've been pretty much there every year because P. Ramlee the musical, then it was I think Chuchi the musical, then I think it was P. Ramlee again, and then after that it was Lat the musical.
Oh wow!
And I think it was Lawak Keda. I think 2 years of that, and then I think it was one more musical. Super Mock the musical, and then I think it was Ola Bola the musical. Did 2 years of that, and then just back in I think February or March. February, I think March. I know before the MCO, I did a play there, three nights, a Malay play, Korupsi Dewan Semandung.
Okay.
So it's been.
Can you give us a song on the show, dude? Since now I'm catching you off guard like this. I mean, I'm sure your guitar is lying around somewhere.
Yeah. I've got a guitar up there. I've got a guitar at the back there. What song do you want? Okay,
I don't know, man, dude. I mean, you're the talented dude. I mean, I'm sure our viewers would love to see that. Looks like Douglas is he's gonna be a man who's gonna deliver. We're gonna get a free gig tonight, yo. I don't know what he's gonna sing, but let's see what he's got lined up.
Nice. Yeah, but I don't know if this mic is any good.
Cincai lah, brother. Not exactly a recording studio lah.
Now my stupid earphone is like not behaving well.
Wait, we can hear you. No worries.
No, the headphone is not. It's not in a good position because my guitar.
Okay.
I actually did this a parody for this season, for this whole Corona season.
Awesome, lah.
Did you
Perfect time to
did you
play.
hear did you hear did you hear my parody for that one? You didn't. You
I
didn't.
must have missed it, but I will be sure
It's called
to.
Summer Fight C19.
All
I'm
right.
gonna try and play it because I don't actually play this song. I used the -1, but we'll try it. I hope it's tuned. I'm not sure. Okay. I got my real first face mask, bought it at a store online. Wore it till my face went red. It was the bummer of C19. Me and some guys from work had a Zoom and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, only had 3G. All we heard was guy trap. Oh, when I look back now, oh, when I look back, oh, when I look back now, the panic seemed to last forever. Stocking up on Maggie me, yeah, rolls of toilet paper. Felt like the last days of our lives.
What's up, Leon?
Huh? Got some more? You wanna?
No. I got friends saying hello. I'm just saying hello. Sing. Nobody's stopping you.
Ain't no use in complaining when we got a lockdown rule. Spend my evenings just like my mornings, the nights and afternoons too, yeah. Standing on an empty porch, liking every IG story. Oh God, another parody. And what the hell is Dalgona coffee? Insanity but sanitized. Got some more lah, but you go to my Facebook and see lah.
Can. Give us a Malay song, lah, dude. Have you done any Malay songs?
I've written a few, but I mean, like they're not.
Not funny.
I don't know the lyrics. Yeah, I don't know the.
Give us another English one, dude. You got fans in here happily saying big fan lah, funny Chinese mofo lah. So,
Oh yo.
you got to deliver a bit lah.
Suddenly why let?
Ada kawan sini mau tengok lu nyanyi sikit lah. Give us one more song lah.
Has to be a funny song or just a song? I think.
I mean, you're well known for your parodies.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, you see, they want parodies. They don't want a normal song. Who cares about normal song? Kita hantam itu parody.
Yeah, see, so I got to get the lyrics. You wait,
No worries, take your time. Leon, my man. Thanks, Janu. We got a guy, our dear friend Winifred Stephen, also streaming in from Doha. So okay,
sweet.
We got Middle East, we got America. Gotta love the people of Malaysia, who are all Malaysians, by the way. So people of Malaysia tuning in from all over the globe.
Okay.
All right.
This is something. This is a rap.
All right.
This is a rap, but like, so, you know Taste by Tiga, like, toot toot toot, toot toot toot, toot.
Yes.
Toot toot toot. Smash it like Chong Wei. Smash it like Chong Wei. Don't play me the wrong way. I'ma split your ass like a thong way. It's number one, no one ahead of me. Players all saying prayers, they be scared of me. When I went bam bam the academy, little cock say I am the enemy. Take off my shirt, everybody liking it. Trying to imitate a guy, but you ain't hacking it. I'm the packet. You're a package. You be a ping pong bat. I'm a racket. July Paul, all trying to be the one. Trying to get them freaky hands on my China buns. So they pulling out their pows and dim sums. Double D's, ha ha, you got your Lin done. Double trouble when I hit the baseline. I could waste you, but I waste time. Face the best on my own, then I face time. Still king, no, wait a minute, ace I'm.
Dim sum and what Chinese buns? What was that?
so they pulling out their pows and dim sum.
Oh my god!
So like double D's. You got your Lin done. Lin is like breast lah. Lin done.
Well, no, that...
Breast augmentation joke.
Oh my goodness! Oh, how many songs? Okay, how many parodies have you done to date? Huh?
I have no idea.
Because aside from Ellen Pereira, I don't know of anyone else who does parodies and performs it the way.
Go, Stephen.
The Stephen Bones.
Stephen Bones, yeah. Stephen Bones is a pretty sick man.
Who is he?
He's a voiceover talent and a damn good singer. Voiceover talent, damn good singer, and he does some stand-up comedy as well.
Chinese guy, Malay guy, Indian guy. He can't be Malay even.
I think he's mixed lah. I think he's probably he's Chindian maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh wow! I mean,
I met him, but I don't know his actual name.
Yeah, his stuff that he's turning out is damn good lah.
Yeah. Stephen Bones. So he's definitely got stuff. Faradi also does some parodies, but he's Malay and he just plays. He's very good like the guy. He plays with the lips and he redubs the lyrics. Who else? I think at one point I think Hits was doing it also, right? I think Hits was doing some
right. Yeah, they used to do the morning crew with their parodies. And those were not bad as well. I think they still do it though.
I'm not sure lah.
Even mixed. They've done. They usually. I think Yummy and Prem and Gang. They did Tummy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad, isn't it? That's not.
Well,
bad.
Stephen Bones is short and round. It seems.
Yeah, he's a short round guy. But he's got damn good parodies and he does it very well. And he can definitely sing. So that
right. See, that's the thing. We've got so much of world-class talent right here in Malaysia. It's just mind-blowing. And I think it was yesterday or the day before, Russell Curtis did a concert from his bedroom or his house or whatever, and it was crazy because I saw people tuning in, and it's almost like MCO has given us a chance to reinvent the wheel. And
okay, I maybe not reinvent the wheel, but definitely to tear away the package.
Yeah.
Tear away the lights, the special effects, the set, tear away all of that. And you can't, you don't have people to play for you. You don't have people to light properly for you, or to do crazy production stuff. All you gotta do is you and this one. So actually the YouTubers are miles ahead of us in this game because they know exactly what to do.
True.
And we look at them like, yeah, what? You on your bedroom do yourself a year.
Correct. You're right.
Production,
Yeah.
Now no production.
And the best part,
do your own makeup, do your own sound, do your own editing.
And now when we're trying to churn out content online, we're stuck at home, can't even buy stuff. We gotta make do with whatever we have, which is gotta get creative,
Yeah,
So
and some of this content, it is comedy. I can't even categorize it. There's one my brother showed me. This such a stupid video, but I was cracking up. It's just basically this guy like showing you an Oreo. Have you seen this one?
no lah.
It's an Oreo. So Oreo is basically cookie, brown, white, brown, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so he showed that one. He goes Oreo. So he basically went black is O, white is Re. Brown is O. So brown is O, Oreo, right? So he put one biscuit, Oreo. He put two biscuit, Oreo. So Oreo. And then he put different combinations. So it's just like O. Oreo. It's just basically biscuits. It's just the whole biscuit, but it's given each color a sound. There are two sounds, and just playing with the combination. It's ridiculous.
It sounds like some Japanese, like a Japanese guy at work or something.
I don't know, man.
No, I mean
I did a parody. I did a parody on the on the guy who did the paper pen.
Yeah. He just released one about hand washing.
Yeah, not very funny that one.
Yeah, not as good as the
But,
original
I
one.
suppose. Yeah. So my parody was
Can you give it to us now?
I have a water, I have a fork. Waterfall.
Idiot. Jackass, are you?
Oh, you don't know what I forget lah. I have a water, I have a fork. What waterfall?
Okay. That's pretty
I
good.
have something else. In the well, basically it's the fox. The fox get involved.
Right. So lip sync. Do you lip sync? Why? What do you mean by lip sync, Leon? I mean, so Leon's asking you to lip sync.
No, Faraday does a lot of lip syncing comedy, I think.
Right. Okay. Sorry, it's not.
So he takes clips of people, and he follows the lips, and he writes different stuff.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
very funny. Let's go check out like one of his classics is when he did What a Wonderful World, which is Louis Armstrong.
That's right.
Louis Armstrong singing What a Wonderful World, and he followed Louis' lips, and he changed the lyrics, and it became about Burros Gigi.
Oh my
It's
God.
very funny.
Yeah, there's an Indian boy now doing an amazing dubbing of Tamil comedian movies. A guy named Santesh, and he's also been lighting up Facebook in the last couple of weeks. So he's been putting some of the South Indian comedians, dubbing it into Bahasa and a bit of English and Tamil, and it's some funny ass shit because when you do it in Bahasa, you should check him out. Man, I've been just subscribing and laughing my hat off every day, lah.
Yeah, these things are these things is quite basic. The comedy here, but because of what it is, and I think if I knew Hokkien, oh man, because you put any Hollywood film Hokkien dubbing is gonna go on because you cannot.
True.
You may hear Avengers all serious. You bastard Hokkien, you're gone.
Wow, there's somebody asking a song from your album. Ooh.
Walane, who is this?
Norman.
My one and only album. I get the only song that you all know is that one. Why do I sound awful? Wake in the dawn, showers of light, moments of emptiness around, floating away, auras of hope. Reality brings me to the ground. What can I do? What can I say? I need a place to hide away. Just for a while, just for a smile, just for the life I used to know. But every song is filled with the words of love and not of anger. And every day, I forgot the lyrics though. Enjoy, 'cause I don't wanna be alone. Living life all on my own. I don't wanna live my life in isolation, filled with empty decorations, 'cause I wanna be with people that I know. How ironic that is the one thing you can't do now.
That's true. This song was from Kopitiam.
Yeah, this is a theme song. I don't want to be alone. You have to, lah, bro.
What about the Barbie? They want the Justin Bieber song.
That's my brother, lah.
Oh, that's your brother? Oh.
Yeah, Desmond.
Oh, sorry. Hey, you
Barbie.
got nothing to do, Desmond.
Barbie, I don't know how it go there. I forgot, man. You know I love you. Oh yes I do. Whether in curry or barbecue. I love your skin. I love your heart. And we will never ever ever be apart. Barbie, oh.
That must have been years ago when it came out, right?
I did that one when Baby was still popular.
Right. I'm surprised he didn't do Yummy though, like because now he's back again with a brand new invention, right?
Yummy, yeah, Yummy is good. I like the other one, the 10,000 hours is very going. 10,000 hours, 10,000 more.
Right, right, right.
My guitar off lah, but I thought I tuned it. Obviously I didn't.
No worries, man. All right, man. So I mean, like, what has been? I mean, just a couple more questions, I guess, before I take out the rest of your Sunday. But what's the best part for you being Malaysian? Because I can tell that you're like in it, lah. You know, like you just embody, you enjoy it, you love the life of just being here. And I think a lot of us have, especially in all that's going on today in the last couple of years, a lot of us fail to take stock of that and remember, what makes us quintessentially Malaysian, right? And I think it's through comedy and a lot of what people like you and all your brothers in comedy and sisters, you guys always bring out, the comedy side of it, and it brings us back to yeah. At the end of the day, this is what makes us who we are, right? So, what's your take on it?
Ah, I don't know. I don't know what the all-encompassing answer is. I think as comics, what we do is we react to what is happening just like everyone else, except that we have a skill to make the reaction an entertainment, a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
I think when we joke, no one is going to come and listen to us joke and go like, "Oh man, I never thought of that. I never thought of that worldview. I never thought of that point." No, you
Right.
don't have it. We're all thinking about the injustice. We're all thinking about the things that suck. We're all thinking about how we can be better, but we're not doing. We're all thinking about the stupid things that people have said. We're all thinking that.
Yeah.
It's just that if you just complain, then it's not entertaining. So what comedians do, I think, is we take that and we try and make it entertaining. And as far as what being Malaysian is, I don't think it's any different from any other country. I don't like every time I see this whole thing about uniquely Malaysian, I've yet to find one thing that is actually truly uniquely Malaysian, except for maybe some geographical features like I would say Gunung Kinabalu is unique. You will never find that anywhere else, but look, our food has traveled everywhere. You can find our food in other places. The fact that you've got Malay, Chinese, Indian, and all these races, you see them. Look at New York. New York is a melting pot of like 10 times more races than us, I think. So I mean, yeah. No, we've got idiots in power. I don't have to tell you like which other country have idiots in power. You heard the latest. I mean, okay, hold on. This is great, right? We go so hard on the fact that our health minister actually said that the whole IA Swam thing in 15 countries, and he got 500. You were talking to 15 states and 500 countries and all that. I was watching a clip where basically the U.S. government and this lady who's I don't know who's a spokesperson or whatever it is, who was basically saying that WHO and China, failed to get their act together, to inform us about this virus, because she's so angry. Because she was like, they should have acted better, because come on guys, it's COVID-19, it's not COVID-1. Yeah, and I'm listening to this going, and to say it with that confidence, like, hey, you think what? Huh? Already 18 times before this, you never prepare to tell us that the 19 one is going to be bad. And like, if that can come out from from America, from other countries, look, we're not alone. We're not unique in this. And I think every country has their clowns.
That is true. I mean, that lady would be up there with our Doraemon minister,
I don't know. See, because I saw that. I mean, it was definitely inappropriate. The thing is, I don't know how the meeting happened where that suggestion actually came up, or were they having this meeting like they got, okay guys, we're new here, we've got this new team, hi everybody, team high five, new team, we're in this and we need to do something to show that we are doing some work. So what about we take out this like guideline for how to avoid domestic disputes? And maybe they were joking, and one poor fellow was just doing the minutes and just typing down everything they said,
Yeah.
and then like turning that into a poster. Because I have no idea. I have no idea how they could be serious in a meeting. Yeah, we should do this. The women should do this lah. I think, and then the women should definitely use a Doraemon boy. Yeah lah, that's a great. Better put that in the print, man. I think get it to the printer right now, and the graphic designer. I don't see that meeting happening. Or anyone actually chairing a meeting like that, but I have no idea.
I mean, it's been interesting. I mean, Malaysian politics has. I mean, if you think back, when you look back at the early years, the only reason why Comedy Court got away with so much satire was because we had ministers like Sami Velu, we had ministers like Ling Yong Sek. I mean, of course, Tun M back then. So I mean, Sami back then was the Trump of Malaysia, lah. And ever since he retired, you guys have had to make do with all the current batch of ministers that we've had. But Malaysia has been filled with ministers till kingdom come who have just given us raw material. Just you wake up every day, there's something new, lah. Every day, every day, every day, there's something new.
But what we need is for one champion. We need like a really big one. This like deputy minister, small here and there, not really that juicy lah. We need one big one.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's not been one guy since Sami Velu lah. He was at that level lah. He really...
No, King Yik at one point also was quite funny.
Yeah, okay.
King Yik also was quite funny, and then that fella Tok Mat, I think he was the information minister, Tok Mat.
Okay.
He was quite funny also. But yeah, again, back then, I think only after I watched Indie Ellen and Instant Cafe did I realize, oh my God, politics is something that I've completely neglected to look at comedically. Because I was a kid and I wasn't, and back then we didn't have social media, we didn't have alternative media, and
true.
A lot of the jokes we got was about what Nick Aziz used to say in Kelantan.
That is true.
Right? Those were always the jokes because they would appear in Straits Times, in The Star, and in Berita Harian. And so it would be like, whoa, look what dumb thing Nick Aziz said. That was the only thing we could see. But
that is true.
Then only when social media came in, and like alternative media, and that's when a lot of people, I mean, myself included, started getting all this information that we would otherwise not get.
Yeah, because even now, like I'm getting updates round the clock from the Rakyat Post on Telegram, and it's like they are just firing out articles left, right, and center. It's like it's just like there's material coming every day, and all you guys got to do is just read the goddamn news and just write that. You can do a daily show, lah. You can literally do a daily show, and there's enough.
But then we are not, I think, mature enough yet to do that lah. Without getting in trouble.
Oh, well, that's the thing, right? So for 2 years we were almost having a chance to have a go at it until last month lah.
Yeah. I really, that was, although that being said, I also heard some not so nice stuff that happened to some of my Malay comedians during the PH administration. So there were some comedians who were obviously critical of PH,
right,
Harapan, and who were late in the next week banned from performing at a venue.
Oh wow!
And it took us all by surprise because, like, hold on, PH was always against stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, the whole time he was saying, look, you can't arrest someone for dropping a yellow balloon. You cannot arrest someone for drawing a cartoon. You mustn't do that. I mean, there was some guy who made a comment about Tone M, and the police report was made, and Tone M actually said, don't arrest him, let him be. Like, don't. It's fine.
Huh.
You know, if you want to be a politician, you are going to get brickbats. You are going to have people who do not agree with you. If they have not threatened your life,
Yeah.
don't come down with a sledgehammer.
Correct.
And we thought that was happening, and we thought that was good. And then I hear from my friends in the Malay industry that, oh my God, so and so has been banned from performing here. Why?
Wow.
Because they made a joke about PH. And I'm like, what the? Who is in charge of this? This is horrible.
Yeah. Huh.
You know.
That reminds me, when remember Fakir Faz from Singapore? He
Yeah.
that whole Pancuri joke, and then for a while he
Yeah,
wasn't allowed to come and do shows here. Same thing, lah, you know.
No, but that was now that reaction. Okay, that one given I think that was quite sensitive, and you know, we had, you know, obviously people were upset with it. But again, it was a joke, and I will always defend comedy when it's clearly comedy.
Right.
What I was very upset about was Najib Ali's case. Because Najib Ali was on a panel show, was in Maharaja Mega, I think, as one of the judges, one of the jury in Malaysia at the time. So he knew he was plying his trade in Malaysia.
Yep.
He goes to Singapore. He does this game show panel format, and it was you know, like Najib fill in the blanks and stuff like that. And Najib Ali he gave one of the safest answers. He went like, Najib with B tells Najib with a P that he should lay low or something like that. So that was all he did. You know, but the other people in the panel roasted lah. But they're Singaporean.
Right.
Of course they can roast. Why? In fact, okay, stop. First of all, I even believe that Malaysians are allowed to roast their leaders.
Yes.
Because a lot of people forget the term is they are in office. That means they are serving. So if they are serving, they are public servants. So if they are serving, we should be allowed to give feedback, whether we like the service or we don't like the service. Yeah. This is not Zaman Fir'aun. They are not kings. All right. So we should be allowed to do that. That's what I believe. Number two, Singaporeans definitely have the right to do it.
Yeah.
They're not even Malaysian. Why? You know? Yes, you can say, "Oh man, you know that is we disagree, whatever." But you should never say, "How dare you say that?" What do you mean? How dare you say that? They say whatever they want to say. All right, that's fine. But Najib then Najib Ali got like a question and said, "No, how can this happen? You know, you cari makan in Malaysia. How can you do this?" And I didn't do anything. And he didn't. You look at the tapes. He didn't do anything, and he was kicked off the show.
Wow. When was this? 2 years ago.
This was about 2-3 years ago, I think.
That sucks. Didn't know.
Yeah. So yeah, now with this administration, not sure lah. I think we may go back.
Yeah, it's probably wise of us to probably lace our words and be mindful. Given
now, I think can lah. Now this time, I think they're busy with other things lah.
That's true. Yeah. But once the pandemic dies down, I am pretty sure we have to be mindful of what we say lah.
Yeah. Just be careful first lah. I think.
Yeah. Well, do you know we've been talking for an hour and a half, Douglas? Jeez.
Yeah, we should shut up lah. I think.
Yeah, I think people are getting. I'm glad we've held on quite a few viewers who obviously are fans of yours. So that's a good
thank
thing.
you so much.
Got any comedy for us that you can do a short set?
Okay. Well, I was gonna record this actually. I was gonna shoot this, and this is because it's what I did earlier on. But basically, it's I did a video, the recent one where I was the KSO of Jabatan movie, which is Jamu, and I said that we had to make movies Mesra PKP, because a lot of movies giving the wrong impression. Like, so my example was John Wick, because John
Okay.
Wick, he's not because he's killing people, but he's going out of the house
Okay.
more than 10 kilometers to kill people. So I think we need to fix it. So he's got to be basically in the house on a laptop, and he's
Okay.
only allowed to assassinate inaccurate facts online. And so the show is called John Wikipedia. So, and I've asked for some suggestions, and I come like more stuff of my own. So this is gonna end it, right? So I've got
Yeah.
a few one. A bunch of misfits in a house are ordered to battle cellulite, and the show is called Suicide Squad. Okay. This one I got. Orang dengar muzik dan terus kena mind control dan ikut gerak-geri tanpa pengetahuan. Zumba Land. This one is good also. Lam Shang Redemption. Lam Shang Redemption. Cerita escape dari dapur starring Martin Freeman. Teruk kena kurung, but friendship is kambing. This is mine. Chinese guy fixes problems with VPN and internet. IP man. This one you like lah. An Indian bred haunting a kitchen by suddenly appear and make scary face. The Nun. Okay. They got some more lah. I like this one. This one's a bit adult lah. Okay, so this is a bit adult lah. Fantastic foreplay. Fantastic foreplay. Sci-fi in the bedroom with appearance from Condom Fantastic, Human Touch, The Tongue, and Invisible Clit.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna record this now. I'm gonna put on a video by tomorrow.
Can. Record it all you want. Oh my word. Ayo. Looks like, wow, what was another 30 minutes? Your fans want you to keep going. Thank you, Ruben. An hour and a half well spent. My man in Abu Dhabi says, keep going. Leon says, what's another 30 minutes? We got nothing better to do.
I have something better to do. I'm gonna do the video.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Okay, wait. Just a few parting questions. I mean, I guess what's been the highlight of your career so far? I mean, you've been doing this for about 20 or 25 years now. I mean, all in plus minus. What has been the highlight?
I think two things that I can think of immediately, or three things.
Okay.
Three things. Okay, one was definitely the 10th year anniversary show, MACC, which we did at. We had a kind of international tour.
Yeah.
We were in Australia, we were in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Malaysia, and all that. And I think our last three shows at HGH Convention Center, I think it was about over 1,000 people, or was it? I forget now. I think about altogether 4,500, 5,000 people.
Okay.
And that stage is brilliant. That was very good. That was very nice. I felt. The other one would be to be able to perform in New York, as I did.
Yeah.
Last year and the year before, and the fact that it wasn't a production that a bunch of Malaysians went there and paid for the venue and paid everything and invited Malaysians to come and watch. It wasn't that type of show. It was, the New York theater giving us a chance to go there and perform.
Yeah.
By invite, and so I thought that was really great, and I really I appreciated that. I actually met when I was there in the theater because he happened to be rehearsing, reading another play.
Okay.
I didn't take a picture because I was too shy, but I shook his hand and I spoke to him, Peter Dinklage. So I met the what's his name already? In the Game of Thrones, the short fella, what's his name? He was from House Lannister.
Not watched Game of Thrones, hence I don't know.
You never watched, so you had no idea. I threw the name at you, and you're like, Peter Dinklage. He was a Lannister. What Lannister?
Why were they both there? Why were they both there?
No, not both. One fella. He was. He was
The
doing
short
the play.
guy? Oh, you're talking about the character he played.
Yeah.
Okay.
What Lannister? Dear, his name. Okay, something
Right.
Lannister. Anyway, and then the third one would be when I was selected. When I was selected to be part of the showcase in Australia for the Melbourne International Comedy Festival Gala. So like not everybody very few people get to go on that, and
Yeah.
I was selected. I made it there. All the there were about 600, 700 comics
Oh wow.
during the festival, and about I think 15, 20 get selected, and I was one of them to perform at the Palais Theatre in Melbourne.
Yeah.
For I think about 4,000 people, I think 3,000, I forget. And it was surreal. You walk out and it's a wall of people, and it was people who had no idea who I was.
Right.
And that coming from someone, I'm used to coming out to an audience who knows who I am.
Correct.
And so there is that acceptance already there.
Yeah.
But this one I had to go out there and I had to win them over within the first 3-4 seconds, and hold them. Tyrion Lannister, that's his name, and hold them and go. And I think I managed to do that, and so they called me back for 2 years for that. So I think that definitely counts as a highlight.
Yeah, definitely. What you just said is definitely. As a Malaysian comedian plying your trade for 25 years, I think those are hallmark achievements. So kudos to you. But so what's what kind of goals do you still have? You've kind of really hit some amazing milestones in this 25-year career path. But what else do you have? What kind of burning desires do you have, given what you've already been doing? Would you want to do Broadway if you had the chance? Do you have any dreams, goals inside your head that you can mention?
No. I'm sorry. This is so not motivational.
What else have you've done so many things? But what I'm saying is, it's not for you to motivate anyone. But I'm just curious, what's in your head? Are you allowed to even mention there's something that you can just say I really want to get to Hollywood? I don't know. If Henry Cole is doing, why not you, right?
No, if it happens, I think if it happens, it'll be surreal, and I think I would definitely jump at it. But let's look at the chances. So I don't know. The issue with this is that I think I'm at a stage in my life where things are okay. So for me to try and jump to another level or another industry or to chase something, if I decide, okay, I really like singer-songwriting, I think I'm going to invest a lot of my time and my effort to actually be a Yuna or a singer-songwriter. And I'm going to lose what I already have to do that. And I don't think the cost is worth it. So for me for the status quo to remain, it's not, so it's not exciting. But I don't know if I can take that risk.
Understand.
To go and let's say, okay, I want to do New York, I went to perform, and then we met people. But what was I thinking? That I was going to be so good that they would call me from Malaysia to go to New York? Come on, you want to make it in New York, you got to stay in New York.
Of course.
You want to make it in Melbourne, you got to stay. No one is going to. True. Unless you've got some ridiculous skill, But so you got to go there. For me to go there, let's say I move to Australia, I move to New York and try and ply my trade and try for a year from the bottom, fight back all the way up. I lose everything that I have here.
Yeah.
How do I justify that?
Interesting. I think for most of us who are at this point of our careers, that's really the opportunity cost line. You pretty much summed it up very well. Like how do you start all the way up again? Because in the end, yeah, lah, I mean, here, okay, lah, we got opportunities because there's still a smaller circle of people who do what we do. You go over there, you're just one of 100,000, lah,
So there's a huge pond. You go over there's a huge pond.
Correct.
It's not. It's I'm not saying don't try. So if anyone out there watching, you're like, oh, Douglas says never mind. No. If you feel you want to do it, you got to drive, go in and do it.
Yeah.
I know people who have the drive, who want to go to the States, who want to go and they want to try, and I'll go and do it. All right. Don't listen to me, please. I always err on the side of caution. I'm risk averse, and I'm very slowly. I'm very slowly catchy monkey. Like.
I, on the other hand, I like to jump into it the moment I hear of something. But yes, anyways, to each his own. Oh my Lord. Oh, the gamble is real. But you know what, Douglas? You have just become the longest guest I've ever had the chance to interview. 1 hour and 45 minutes.
What happened to the others? They had things to
do.
You
see, don't forget, before MCO, before MCO, I used to do it in the car. And the way my GoPro battery can last 1 hour, lor.
Okay, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and then the most recent one was a gentleman from Singapore, Ross Saparni, and that we went 1 hour and 5. And then now, boom, here we are on this platform, and we can talk till the cows come home, lah.
Yeah, don't lah.
No, but what I meant is,
I already talk, sing song, tell you joke. Like what do you want to?
No, what I meant is, it's been interesting how without planning, I thought I'll just take up 1 hour of your time, lah, but we've just kicked out 1 hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was fine. It was cool. I mean, I don't think we had any that much dead air. I think it was pretty alright.
No. I mean, also because we've got some people who are happily, on board with us. Your brother as well. Thank you very much. So, thanks for the time, Desmond. Desmond Bula. Oh my God, Douglas. So, I mean, it was fun to just get behind the scenes with the man who comes out and churns all the things that you churn, So I think on behalf of all my fellow Malaysians, I think we have to thank you for staying the course, because you do what you do. You keep churning out that content, and I think for those of us in show business, I mean, it's like I even commented yesterday on results post. I think because you guys have all been doing the online thing, right?
Yeah. Today it was at 4:00.
Yeah, and I think yesterday was like Jason and all that. And I said, at the end of the day, for us in entertainment, it is our calling, lah. We have accepted that this is what we do. We're entertainers, right? Whatever it is that we do. So my job is to create content, and now in this format, and tell stories. And then there's you and all the other boys of comedy doing what you're doing. So we can't stop, lah. We have to keep doing. We have to keep going, So yeah. So thank you. I appreciate it.
And it's not because I don't think we're doing it because people need it. It's because we need to.
No, because before we lose our minds, because we're people who, I mean, this is the most I've ever sat at home, and
I need to try and think up funny stuff. I can't stop it.
No, I get it. So to each, we've all got our respective callings of what we do best. So I think yours is
do you way back? Sorry, this last bit, was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Like when we started getting to know who this DG of health is, the Abdullah, what's his name? Something Abdullah. And he was coming out giving the briefings and basically leading the entire fight against COVID. And I think there was one posting that he's like, oh, got some time off today, managed to sneak in an operation.
Oh, I missed that. Oh wow.
Like he was like, oh, I managed to get some time away from all these press conferences. I could do one operation, and I needed it. And it was like, I need it. I'm like, dude, the patient needed it. I'll tell you that. The patient needed the damn operation. But you have been going around briefing people, trying to work with ministers who may not know what they're doing, and the public who are stubborn, and you're doing all that, and the bit of time you get a break, and he had to go and try and save a life.
Correct.
Because I think for me, the degree is very far, lah. I just tell jokes, but I think it's like you need to, and I think I need to.
Of course. So I think that was it's just ironic how these things have this just opened up the eyes of a lot of us. I mean, a lot of us who thought that we could only do it outside, but now, while being contained at home with social distancing, where we've come to realize that, hey, we can still continue doing what we're doing. Yeah. So keep it going, my man. Thank you so much.
Cool. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Ciao.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. And you can always watch the video later. Cheerios.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.